Okay, sorry about introducing yourselves.
Great. I'm Elaine Cotter. I'm playing Drood in the show, Edwin Drood. What else? I graduated from Indiana University, and this is my third year at the Wagon Wheel.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Riley McFarland. I'm playing John Jasper. I'm from Eureka, California originally, and I just graduated from the University of Michigan.
Okay. Well, tell me a little bit about your characters. Edwin Drood. Wait,
Yes.
You're a woman playing a guy, is it?
Exactly.
Okay.
So back in this era, the music hall, English music hall, it's similar to what we might know of like as a vaudeville, but it was before that in England. And so every character, every actor had their own specialty. So my actress in the show, her name is Alice Nutting. Her specialty is male impersonators. So I am a female playing a male in this show. He's kind of your typical Romeo type, thinks he's really cool. He is pretty cool. But he's very dapper, very British. And yeah, he's kind of the hero of the story a little bit, and you kind of get to follow his journey, and obviously there's a big mystery behind it, which I'm sure we'll dig into.
Yeah, my character is John Jasper. John Jasper is played by Clive Paget, who's kind of the leading man of the opera house. John Jasper is kind of based off of Dr. Jekyll, so he has kind of a split personality almost. So he plays both the villain and the hero in the story.
And he's my uncle, Edwin Drood's uncle.
Okay. So you guys are playing characters who are playing characters.
Right.
Is that
Exactly.
difficult?
It's a little confusing, but
Yeah.
the way that the show is written, it makes for some really fun moments where the characters or the actors step out of character and talk to the audience directly. So
Yeah.
we have fun.
It's
with it.
exciting.
Yeah.
It's challenging, but it's really fun.
Yeah.
It makes the audience included.
So on top of that challenge, you also have the challenge of 8 different endings.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
tell me about the experience of learning and rehearsing all those different endings.
Yeah, I'm not in those endings because I have already the mystery murder is of my death, so I'm not even in that part. So you can talk about that.
Yeah. I actually there's kind. Well, I don't want to give too much away.
No.
That's the hard part.
Yeah. So I'll just say that it makes rehearsals even really fun. So I can't imagine what the actual show is going to be with a different ending every night. It's funny, whoever is picked to be the murderer that night always like runs off and like rehearses their song really fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, it keeps us on our toes.
It does,
so it's
and it
exciting.
keeps, and the blocking kind of not changes, but like if so and so was the murderer, they're going to be over there instead of over there. So you kind of have to be on your toes. It keeps everybody involved.
Now the audience gets to pick what exactly. There's like 3 different things they get to pick,
Yes.
right?
Yes. So in Act 2, there's a character that shows up named Dick Datchery, who is a detective investigating the murder of Edwin Drood, and so.
He's in disguise.
He's in disguise. So then throughout the show, there is a moment when the person playing Datchery is revealed, but then the audience ends up actually voting on whoever they wanted to be that Datchery, who they wanted to be the detective. And so that's one vote. And then the second one.
The second vote is who actually murdered Edwin Drood, because Drood disappears after the first act. So they actually get to vote on the murderer. And then lastly, they get to vote on 2 lovers.
Which is so random.
For the end of the show.
But it's just fun.
Which, because they want the show to have a happy ending. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's exciting. You really do. I mean, I don't remember, someone did the math. There's some like 100-something endings with the comparisons.
Yeah.
Since there's 3 things you can vote on,
Yeah.
there's hundreds of different
Yeah.
combinations.
Which is cool.
The mathematician. We'll leave that to the mathematician.
Right, yeah, no.
Now this is based on a Charles Dickens book that wasn't finished, and Charles Dickens is kind of depressing, but this one isn't that sad or dark, or is it? Or
Definitely dark.
It's
But
dark.
dark.
It's dark, but yeah, it's definitely lighthearted as well because it is a musical, and we like to have fun in musicals. So there's humor all throughout it. There are definitely more serious moments, but there's more of a smattering of comedy throughout the show.
Yeah, yeah. And it's interesting that it ended halfway through, and there's a moment in the show where that's very clear, and you clearly know that, this is when the novel ended, and this is when the audience is going to take over. So, which is exciting.
okay, so people can watch out for that. And,
Yeah.
Okay. Now the guy who wrote this, my understanding is he wrote this song, Pina Colada song.
Ah, yes.
I've had this song in my head all day.
He did.
So, and it was written in the 80s, 85-ish, my understanding. So, is there a certain kind of 80s feel to what he wrote in addition to Dickens, or does it flow kind of?
Well, the musical is a pastiche musical, meaning that it's harkening back to the time where it takes place, which is the 1890s. So it's written in kind of an operatic style of the time. So I wouldn't call it necessarily 80s, but more in the style of the time period.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does it seem okay?
It's so fun though. I mean, that's not to say that the music isn't fun. I feel like when people hear old music, they're like, "Oh, it's gonna be."
Right,
But it's
right.
actually it's very
Upbeat
and catchy and funny and super heightened and stylized, and there's a lot of acting beats into the audience into this, and it keeps you on your toes. It's very engaging.
Okay, so going from Newsies and to Footloose, which has tons of catchy songs, to this, is it almost seem different than the first two song-wise, or is it still kind of?
Absolutely, yeah. Our director was actually talking to us last night about how we're going from a very modern musical to a very a piece that's very different in style.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really exciting for us and a challenge for us as actors. But the music is definitely a lot different, but just as fun.
Just
as
as fun.
good. Yeah.
And every scene is kind of a different style almost too, which is exciting. Like there are certain scenes that are very melodrama, supposed to be like over dramatic, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then you move on to this like hilarious comedic relief moment, and then you go back to this like sincere lover moment, and then it goes to it's all over the place, but it actually is pretty seamless when it's all together, which is nice.
Okay. And my concern reading about this beforehand was, God, there's actors within actors. There's this murder mystery. Am I going to get lost, or is it easy to follow?
I think it's pretty easy to follow.
Mm-hmm. We were talking last night about making the plot very clear for the audience. So we'll definitely lay it out for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Is there any surprises? Or I have not seen this show whatsoever. I haven't read it, so I'm like, is there anything I need to be watching out for? Surprises or?
I think it's better if you're surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's good to come in with an open mind and be prepared to have a lot of fun and enjoy the mystery and get involved in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then is this your guys' first time ever doing a mystery or show or anything?
Yeah, personally. I've never done anything like this where the audience is actually this much of a part of the outcome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's kind of a new experience for you guys too.
It is.
Okay. And last but not least, why should people come out to the show?
You're going to have a blast. It's so much fun. The audience is super involved, and that's not a scary thing. I don't want to say that to scare people because I think that scares people. It's less of the more fun you have, clap along, hang out, you'll enjoy it so much. It's so much fun. It's so cool that the audience gets to choose the ending. You can see us working and our gears turning on stage, and it's kind of fun to be a part of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.